First of all, so this is the second video of this series of videos about systemic approach and permaculture. The first thing to do is really to clarify what is systemic approach. And for that, we will jump in the past to analyze a bit how science has developed along history. In Western science, the development of science was done using what is usually called as reductionism. Meaning what? Meaning that when you have an object, you want to analyze the object, you want to understand, you want to have a scientific observation about this object and describe the object and try to understand how it functions, how it works, and what it is made of. You will reduce it. You will reduce the object into various elements. If you have an apple, you will analyze the apple. You say, oh, there is a skin, and there is the inside. Inside there are the seeds. But you don't want to analyze everything at the same time. What you want to do is, oh, maybe let's analyze the skin. So you start to take just the skin, and you start to see it in a microscope, and you see that you have cells, and the cells, it's complex. So what you want to do, you want to reduce your zoom, I mean, to increase your zoom and reduce your focus to the specific parts of these cells, and you see, okay, the cells has a membrane, etc. So that's a reductionist approach. Is that in order to be more powerful in your analysis, you will divide to be able to concentrate and focus on the specific part of the element you want to study. So this was really what made the Western science so powerful, giving the capability to see the atoms, to go further to that, to see the structures of the atom, the structure of the kernel of the atoms, the gluon, etc., etc. So that was the main methodology with this analytical process to develop science in such a way that we have now a very powerful understanding of the universe. However, scientists have realized that if you want to analyze an ecosystem, you cannot have this approach because an ecosystem is hugely complex. Not only you have the multitude of elements in an ecosystem, or if you take a natural ecosystem, but if you have 10 elements, the number of interrelationship between these elements start to be exponential. So this paradigm of relationship, so much complex, so much with so much different qualities, could not be. You could not describe an ecosystem with this reductionist approach, because if you know an element, you cannot guess all the interaction of this element with another element. So scientists just said, okay, we will create a methodology to ease the analysis of the ecosystems. That's where come systemic approach from. So let's see the structure. I mean the modelization, the way to the perspective which underline this systemic approach.